I'm Chris. That's Tyler. We just watched round 1 of the MLB draft. Round 1 plus some, because you know they keep this thing going. Obviously, the Guardians had a pick. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But Tyler, how the hell are you? Actually, I don't even care how you are. It's been really hot in Ohio, hasn't it?
Yeah, what's the fuck me for?
Come on, dude.
Yeah, it's hot.
Hot, man.
I'm on my lawn today at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, like an idiot.
You're not supposed to do that. At 1 o'clock, you're supposed to be watching baseball. We did have a baseball game go on today. This will come out tomorrow. So yesterday, Guardians, White Sox. And honestly, bro, it was a super entertaining series.
Yeah, it was. You know, I didn't want to do this.
Here we go. The Guardians have won 6 of their last 7. Smile.
I am. I'm
good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm happy about the team. I'm just extremely disappointed, and not disappointed, just
annoyed.
I'm annoyed with our fan base.
Oh, okay.
It's just like Cleveland is such a football place. The daily crash outs that Guardians fans or Guardians casuals have is just, that must be so exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
There's 162 of these things, bro. Like, players are going to go through like slumps.
Correct.
They're going to have bad stretches. They're going to be 0 for... Jose Ramirez was 0 for 20. We have people saying that he sucks. The greatest Guardian, the Cleveland baseball player of all time.
And as soon as you see that, you just block that person or mute that person, because obviously that person has not been here for the long haul.
Yeah, and it's just like, you just can't... You have to understand, like, this game is one. It's, to me, it's the hardest game in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you have to understand there's ebbs and flows, and like, you're going to have players that are going to be, they can't hit for a little while, and then they're all of a sudden they're going to, like Kyle Manzardo, 2 bombs this series, and the one today was a bomb.
Bro, Kyle Manzardo hit that ball so far, and it's so funny because, like, in the group chat, our boy Pat, who I host at a couple different shows with, was talking about, Quan. I'm like, dog, today of all days belonged all to Manzardo.
Yeah, that 3-run homer changed the entire game. They're about to
change the whole feel going into the All-Star break. Like
yeah.
As a team, you want to feel good going into the All-Star break. You feel good going into the All-Star break because Manzardo can really hit, and then the step back is, damn it, but he's not an everyday player. But we feel good going into All-Star break.
Yeah, it's just one of these things where, like, people are getting tired of Manzardo, but it's like, yes, I understand that Manzardo is not a great defender, but do you know that he also is the second high? He's our second highest slugging percentage. Like, he has the second highest slugging percentage in the team. The second, only Jose Ramirez has a higher one, and Manzardo is the only one over 400 besides Ramirez. Like,
wild.
You can't, like, what do you mean he sucks? What does that even mean? He's had 14 homers this year.
He's a young player with a lot of pop. And honestly, I think that, like, the he sucks is partially because he's not really a guard ball player.
No, he backspins baseballs and hits it out.
Yeah.
Like, he backspins to the pull side as well as anybody, I think. And he really, like, I think Kyle Manzardo is going to be a 240 hitter that's going to hit 25 to 30 homers for the next 6 to 8 years.
I mean, okay.
He just doesn't, like, but the reason why I say that is because he has command of the strike zone. He rarely swings at bad pitches. And, like, is he going to have some, like, periods of a time where, like, he has some weak flyouts to left field? Absolutely.
It's going to happen.
Like, it's going to happen. Or he's going to roll over to the second baseman? Yeah. But, like, it's like the at bat today before his home run, Jose Ramirez is up with the bases loaded. Everybody's like, oh, this is at least a single. Nope. He rolled over to the first baseman. Thank God that Aaron Savali still doesn't know how to cover fucking first base.
Some things never change.
But, like, and then allowed Manzardo to hit, like, that should have been a double play that inning. And then Manzardo comes up and backspins a baseball like 430 feet.
So today,
and all of a sudden it's 4-3.
So today, Manzardo had a ball off the bat, 108 miles per hour, 104 miles per hour, and 102 miles per hour.
Yeah, and, like, The game where he was 0 for 3, I think he hit 3 balls over 100 miles an hour.
He's hitting that ball hard, and that like will always straighten out into things. Give me one sec, Tyler. We're back. Had a quick break that no one else will hear. My question to you is, how important is it if he's not an everyday player right now because the defense isn't there? How important is it to move Santana to make sure he can be that? Because he's a young player, so to write him off as a bad defender already, I think is a little bit foolish. Because he can clearly hit. Again, like we're talking about the last 3 games, he's got 5 balls hit over 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, no, he could definitely hit. I think the tough part about first base defense is you're like, just don't be bad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just like an average defensive first baseman, like that's fine. Nobody's gonna say shit about your defense if you're just good, like okay.
Which I know Cleveland people say he's not good at defense, but the advanced metrics, Tyler, have him at exactly league average.
That's fine. Just be league average.
No, they have him as exactly league average, like 50 percentile.
That's all he has
runs,
to be.
Doesn't take away any runs.
And a lot of times, and a lot of things too, is like the last time we saw him playing first base, like he made 3 errors. It was a tough. It was a tough day. And
the one looked really bad because Bo Naylor didn't realize he threw the ball.
Well, that's Bo's fault for like.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that gets out as a Manzardo error, but like it optically looks way worse. And I think they all happened within a 2-inning window, right?
Yeah, he made it. He made a mistake. He didn't cover between him and the pitcher. It was another communication on a PFP, pitcher fielding practice. So it's just like but he needs more reps. You got to play there. You just got to be there, play more. Mm-hmm. The scary part is I don't care if he's the DH, the permanent DH, or the permanent, like he just needs to hit every game. He's like a top 3 hitter. He's like the 3rd best hitter on his team.
Yeah.
I mean, he does more damage than Quan. He doesn't hit. The average is like what, 220?
Yeah, right now the average is 217.
Does WRC plus go after today?
I can look.
Was he over? Is he back to over 100? Because he was below 100 there for a little bit.
He should be at 100 right now. WRC plus 101.
Yeah. So he's a league average player in his first year as a full-time major leaguer. Like, what the hell are we talking about, people?
I mean, him and him and Angel Martinez, if you like take them for what they are and like don't overreact because they're not like Jose Ramirez right now, I think you'll be really happy with some of the length that those guys can provide. Right? Because it's like, to me, any player that's not a black hole in this Guardians lineup needs to be in the lineup every day because there are so many everyday players that are black holes.
Yeah, I mean, Martinez is hitting 234 with a 371 slug. I mean, if he took a few more walks, he'd be having an on-base percentage over 300. Like, he has 8 homers. He's batting 236 with a 390 slug. Like, he's 23 years old. Also, first year as a full-time major leaguer. Like, it's not even like, what are we talking about, man?
And now I'm really high on Angel too. I think Angel has more upside than Manzardo because like he doesn't really have any swing and miss. And as he learns his zone more, like he doesn't take walks, Tyler, because he can get to every ball because he's got really quick hands. Like to me, that's like impressive.
And I don't want him to like lose that
aggression.
Yeah, I don't want him to lose that aggression. Like, could I like to see his chase rate, like, in that 33%? Like, yeah, I think that would be a nice place to be. But I'm just not like I've said it before, I'll say it again. You just know when you watch somebody play, like, like I think we know that Manzardo and Martinez are going to be major leaguers for a little while. They're going to be major leaguers for a while. Like Jonathan Rodriguez, I know he stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching him play, I think he stinks. Will Wilson, I know he stinks.
I mean, Will Wilson was somebody else's top prospect, and they let him become, Rule 5 eligible because they didn't think he was good enough to play for them, the Angels. Yeah. So, like the Angels didn't feel like he was worth a 40-man slot And it's not like the Angels are some like juggernaut like the Dodgers or the Yankees. The Angels feel like he wasn't good enough for their 40-man slot, and they were around him every single day. And that's why he's in Cleveland. So it's like if a player that wasn't good enough to be on the Angels 40-man is good enough to be the everyday second baseman or wherever he's going to play for the Guardians, like that's an issue. Especially when you draft a middle infielder every 30 days.
It's just, yeah, absolutely. And it's now we're in this like now we're like in this waiting game of Chase Louder, but like I don't think people really realize this. He's not even on the 40-man roster.
Right.
So in order for Chase Louder to get promoted to the major league roster, they have to cut somebody
from the 40-man.
Yes.
But
and I don't know when that happens. I don't know how that happens. My prediction is we don't see Chase Louder until after the trade deadline. Now there's also a report that his like wrist is hurt, which is like, bro, if he's actually hurt again, I don't know. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to talk about this right now.
Bro, you were ready to be done with Chase Louder after the last injury, and then he's been injured twice since then. So like, it's just frustrating. And how much of it do you think is that like he's a little bit more of a muscle bound kid, and that swing is so violent, bro?
I don't know, man.
Like, isn't it like it's like a really short?
This will be the second time in like 8 years where they've had like a promising outfielder just be made of absolute glass.
Yeah. I think it's fascinating because I think some of the urgency to get him up here has gone down a little bit because the offense has been good. I mean, the last two series, obviously, like sweeping Houston, sensational. After Houston sweeps the Dodgers, like you feel really good about where you're at, and this team's getting hot. And then what'd you take? 3 out of 4 against the White Sox?
Yes, I mean taking 3 out of 4 games from a major league team is essentially a sweep.
Yeah, it's a gentleman's sweep, right?
It's hard to sweep a team in 4 games. Like
because eventually, like one of their good pitchers is going to catch one of your bad pitchers, and then like obviously we know that there's so much luck involved with you hit the ball hard.
And honestly, they should have swept them. And Gavin Williams, the second game of the doubleheader, they walked 9 guys.
Yeah,
they walked 9 hitters of the worst team in baseball.
Second worst team
in baseball.
Yeah, I was worried when that game. What was that? The Friday night game or the Saturday night game? What day was that?
Friday night.
I was worried that was going to derail the rest of the series because of how long the game was, and like on a doubleheader to burn through that many bullpen arms. Like usually, you worry about how that impacts the rest of the series.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you noticed this, but Mr. Class A threw 2 innings.
He did. They said on the broadcast that he never does this.
You remember what I said before when we were like practicing and we didn't like publish any of them?
Mm-hmm.
I said that if Stephen Vogt is going to use Emmanuel Class A in the playoffs and he's going to ask him to get more than 3 outs, he needs to do it a few times in the regular season for Emmanuel to know what that's like.
You did say that, to feel the emotion of getting out of an inning, sitting down, getting up, and going and attacking again. I mean, if he could be a 2-inning guy, I mean, that to me, like, I know Mo's done a lot of stuff, but Mo's ability, Mariano Rivera, to go get more than 3 outs was like another like feather in the cap for why he's undisputed the greatest closer ever.
I mean, not even close.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like that was a part of it, though. Like the 3 outs, yes, he could get, but he could also get you 4 outs. And in fact, in the playoffs, he was going to get you 5 outs. Now, part of that is how different of a time that is. And like Mo's not a flamethrower, so it's like less taxing on his arm. I mean, if he was throwing 101, I doubt you would see him out there.
In the middle part of Mo's career, he was like 97.
No.
When a young Mariano Rivera was throwing mid-9s.
Yeah, when he was a starter, but not as a reliever.
The back half of his career, he was like a 92 man arm. But that beginning half, that first half, he was absolutely a mid-9s arm.
Got you. I mean,
you might have been a little young.
I always thought that he topped out like 94.
No, he was a mid-9s arm. early on. Like I'm talking about like
yeah, like as a starter, like I know because so he threw 95 as a starter, but as a reliever, it was always 94. But whatever, it wasn't 100.
More people have been on the moon
Yes,
than have scored against Mariano Rivera in the postseason. That is one of the craziest stats of all time.
All time great.
I know that like I'm not supposed to be a Yankee fan, but I love Mariano Rivera.
I think most people like Mo, but this is about
no, Mariano Rivera is my favorite baseball. Like he's my favorite pitcher of all time.
That's fair because he's not really a very Tyler pitcher. I think you want him to have velo, so he
he's just the goat. He's just the goat, bro.
I think you want him to have velo to justify him being your favorite pitcher. But again, my point is that like he was able to go get you 5 outs because he wasn't the blow you away guy. He was the soft contact guy.
He just had that dog in him.
Yeah,
had the dog in him.
A dog, man. So like it's good. It's funny because like when I saw Clase go out there for multiple innings, I didn't go to where your head went in terms of like getting ready for the playoffs. My head went to, oh, they're going to use him and they no longer care about the long term of him and they want to try to increase his value.
No, I think the Stephen Vogt wanted to win that game really bad. Real bad.
Well, also that improves Clase's value. Look, he can also go get you more than 3 outs.
I don't think Stephen Vogt was thinking about that in that situation.
Well, that's where I went.
I can tell you right now, in that moment, Stephen Vogt said, I want to win this game as bad as I want to breathe.
He won the game. A summer game against the White Sox.
Who else were you going to bring in, dog?
I'll just say Stephen Vogt. I bet you could get me 3 outs against the White Sox. This series also served.
John after.
Facts. This series also served as the Luis Robert tryout for Tyler.
He's good, man.
He is going to be made available. He's an everyday center fielder. He's a right-handed bat that will not cost you a lot. He's got multiple years of control with huge upside, and he's different than everything you have in your org right now. After watching him play against the Guardians for 4 games, what would you give up to get him?
I'm trying to think of. I don't want to overpay because I don't think I have to.
No, and if you don't want to name names, you could just say like, oh, like 2 top 30 prospects or if you think that'll get it done, that'll get it done. But it's like, what are you okay with parting ways with?
Well, I need them to take Lane Thomas off my books.
Okay.
They can have Lane Thomas because Lane Thomas will be a free agent at the end of this year anyways.
Okay.
So which is exactly what the White Sox want. They want like to get these guys off of their books so they can do what they want to do. So they'll take Lane Thomas. They'll probably cut him, to be honest with you, immediately. And then like maybe a prospect.
Top 30, top 15, like
top 30. Give me. They can have 2 top 30 prospects, a pitcher and a hitter. But like I know people are gonna be like, he's hitting 180. He's hitting 180. Not even 18 months ago, we saw him hit 40 homers and drive in 100 runs. 38 homers and 97 RBIs. Sorry, I rounded up.
You're fine.
But like, I seen it. I know what it looks like.
I seen him do it.
And I also think that the White Sox being so bad has sucked the powers out of anybody that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be into it. I would absolutely be into it because I can't watch. I mean, Nolan Jones had a nice hit today, but like, dog, stop looking at strike 3. He looks at strike 3 more than anybody I know, bro. It's
because he's a meatball merchant. People talk about, oh, he takes walks, he takes pitches, he doesn't chase. That's because he doesn't swing at anything. And here we go. To add to your point, do you remember Savali was in the Brewers org?
Mm-hmm.
The pitcher, obviously, you know Savali.
Yeah, he said I want to be traded. He traded his ass to Chicago.
Well, they said, hey, we're going to move you to the pen because we want to bring up Mizorowski.
Yeah,
and they brought up Mizorowski, and Mizorowski made his debut on Savali's birthday. So Savali was in the pen, and he didn't want to be, and he just requested a trade. He was in the pen watching Miz throw a no-hitter through 5. You know, he was in that bullpen with his voice like, man, he's really not that good, man. Like, da-da-da-da.
Bro, you couldn't think of 2 more polar opposite. Miz is like 6'7", long, throws 100, and then you got Savali's pudgy ass throwing 89.
So they call the White Sox call, hey, we'll take Savali. And then it's like, well, what will you give us? And it's like, well, we'll give you Andrew Vaughn, who Andrew Vaughn had been bad, right, for the White Sox. Yeah. Andrew Vaughn in April was hitting 167. In March was hitting 133. He got traded. Do you know what he's hitting this July?
300.
430.
Oh my God, bro. 400.
His on-base percentage is 500, and his slugging is 1,000 for an OPS.
I'm just saying, bro. Luis Roberts. If you get Luis Roberts and he gets hot, he can literally carry you for an entire month.
Look, I was just saying, Andrew Vaughn was ass in Chicago. People were like, best we can get for you is Savali. He leaves Chicago. All of a sudden, he wants to play baseball and knows that he can swing the bat and really get it going. It doesn't make sense for Luis Roberts to play really well right now because it's going to limit his ability to get moved. It's going to hurt his new team. Look, bro. I'm telling you, man, I don't, and obviously, like Andrew Vaughn will not hit 430 for a long time, but ever since he's got there, he's up over 300.
I'm just saying, like, you plug in Luis Roberts Jr., a right-handed bat, to play every day, and you put him in the 2-hole in front of Jose Ramirez, and all he's going to get is a bunch of fastballs. Oh my God, bro. Come on.
I swear.
And you can get him for a freaking Little Debbie and a bag of chips. Like, let's do it.
Yeah. Like, I'll give you Jonathan Rodriguez. I'll give you 2 top 30 prospects. I'll throw in Will Wilson.
Is technically Jonathan Rodriguez still a prospect?
He is.
So yeah, Lane Thomas, Jonathan Rodriguez, and I don't know, Doug Nikhazy. That's actually a pretty good prospect, but like,
I mean, but that might get it done.
So I'm saying, like, let's do that.
I mean, literally, Savali got Andrew Vaughn.
Yeah, bro.
So I thought he played really well, and it's funny because like I always feel like when there's just like tryout opportunities that guys like live up to it a little bit. And Luis Roberts swung the bat. He was swinging the bat hard this series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that one tank he hit, the barrel noise sounds different. And he is who you hoped John Kenzie Noel could be.
All right, so the Guardians are 46 and 49. So we head into the All-Star break. And they are 4.5 games out of the wild card. Their next 10 games are against the A's.
Who aren't good.
Who was the A's? Shit. I was reading this. Damn. The A's, the Orioles, and the Royals. Okay. The A's, the Orioles, in the next 10 games.
Those are bad teams.
What record do they need to have in order for them to not be sellers?
Win 6 of your next 9.
I said 10.
10 games. 6 of your next 10.
6. So they need to go 6-4.
Yeah.
I think they need to go 7-3.
Okay, so we're pretty close.
You go 7-3. That puts you a game over 500. That would probably also put you around 3 games back of the wild card, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, are you now a buyer?
I mean, you should be, and
I still don't know what buying looks like.
Well, I was gonna say the Guardians can buy by selling, right? Because like here we go. Say they add a Luis Robert, and say they move off of Santana and whoever else. Their buying is like buying from their org because they developed like the Louder and
what do you think Carlos Santana's value is?
A reliever or a 4th or 5th starter.
So
it's just a I don't think here's like if you trade Santana, you would have to trade him for an expiring contract or a reliever who's been bad but has one really good pitch that you think you can fix.
I think if they go 7-3 of their next 10, they don't sell. I think they don't trade Class A and they don't trade Quan.
Okay, I think they should trade Class A no matter what.
I'm here for that. I'm not opposed to that. I just don't think they'll do it.
Because I think bats that can change a series in one swing, you just go get those in the postseason. And like, no matter what your pitching is, you roll those guys out there and see if enough guys can run into a fastball.
It's not the Guardian way, but
I know, but like, here we go. The moment in the post, what was the moment this last postseason for the Guardians?
Although the homers, the John Kenzie Noel, and then the David Fry homer, and then the Lane
what
Thomas homer
I
against
was gonna say, like,
Google.
the
I get it. I hear you. Like it. I agree with you.
It's just not the Guardian style of baseball. You're right.
I just try not to live. I try to live in the reality of what they do. So it's like,
where we go. Like, I think that they maybe with the draft today, maybe acknowledging that they need more guys that can run into baseballs.
well, I think the pick that they made was definitely non-conventional. It's interesting. I think when you're at the bottom end of the first round, you're like, okay, go get me. Like, do you say like, I can try to go get something that I may not have and see what happens? Because like, it's almost as if the Guardians, when they get in the top of the first round, they chase the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get to the back of the first round, they chase the ceiling.
I think they chase the money too. At where they're like, they don't want to overpay with the slot.
Maybe, but I think like I don't think they're gonna. I think like that kid out of Texas, Jace, whatever. Shout out Jace. That's my son's name.
It is Jace LaViolette.
He's. I mean, that is a swing and miss home run machine.
I mean, guys thought that he was going to be the number 1 overall pick a year ago. Like, that's how high his upside was. Like, he was going to challenge like the holidays. He's 6'6". I mean, he's 63 home runs at A&M, the most ever at A&M, and he's got the most power in the draft by a wide margin. Like, the kid is a really, really strong, corn-fed baseball masher.
You would love to see this kid turn into Adam Dunn. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you want.
He also plays center field, I guess,
and a good center fielder. And I told you this beforehand. Like, he is Spencer Jones. He is the Guardians version of Spencer Jones.
Yeah,
and it's like, can you be about like refining the development, and also like Guardians fans need to be okay with the swing and miss. What you're not. Here we go. As someone who, I guess, studies power hitters enough, you're okay with the swing and miss. What you're not okay with is expanding the zone.
Yeah, so it's like there's a trade-off. If you're going to hit 40 homers, you can strike out 175 times.
200.
Even 200. I'll even go to 200. If you're going to hit me 40 bombs a year, you can strike out 200 times.
So I'll go even lower. If you're going to hit me 35 home runs a year, you can strike out 170 to 200 times. Like that, I'm a firm believer in that. As long as you're not expanding the zone. If you are swinging and missing, let it be in zone swinging and missing. I don't want you chasing, because I want teams. And here's the philosophy behind it. If someone's going to get you out, they got to come into the zone. And that's where there's a real danger element.
Yeah.
So if they can throw out of the zone and get you out, like John Kenzie Noel, you'll never. I mean, it's a huge difference.
Here's the thing is if you're going to strike out 200 times and hit 35 homers, I also need 120 walks.
Well, yeah, you'll get the walks if you don't chase.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's an element, like you say 35 homers can give you 200 strikeouts, but like I need the walks to go with that. And that's why Adam Dunn like had an on-base percentage of like 380, even though he hit like 230 his entire career.
Yeah, Adam Dunn hit 466 home runs.
Yeah.
And had a WAR of 17.
And
his WAR was 17, dude.
Times. Yeah. So anyways, back to the guard. Like, I don't think they're gonna. Man, I don't know what to think, because I don't know what the timeline is with Shane Bieber. Like, that's their like ace in the hole, legit, like figuratively and literally. Like, that's the Joker card that they're waiting to play, but they just don't know when they can play it.
It's been really quiet on that front too. It's hard to get updates on him.
I don't know when they're going. Like, I don't know who the guy that comes out of the rotation. Like, is it Cantillo? Does he go back to that long man?
I think Cantillo goes back to the pen,
which I'd be okay with, because I don't want to see Jacob Junis anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think there is reinforcements on the way. I don't know what they're waiting for with Chase DeLauder. You know, I wonder if you trade Carlos Santana and you don't want to play Kyle Manzardo at first base every game, who's playing first base? You going to bring up CJ Kafis?
I mean, they might, and they can bring him up after the 18th and still preserve the right for the Pitt pick in 2027.
Or do you bring
about.
up John Kenzie Noel back up and he plays first base?
I mean, I think
he is a first baseman.
I think first base is easy to plug. Like I don't think it's
no, but that's his natural position. Is first base.
Well, after he
so if you trade Carlos and you don't want to play Manzardo every day at first base, do you bring up John Kenzie Noel?
Yeah, I mean you could.
Would you rather see
I'd rather see Manzardo play first every day.
Same. But then that also means that I'm probably playing David Fry every game. And that's also not what I want at all.
Yeah. I mean, my thought is it opens up a DH spot. And it should be the thing that like lightens the load on DeLauder. Like if you're worried about DeLauder playing every day, then DH him every third day. And see work his spot yet.
Yeah, there's just a lot of. I think Carlos is getting moved no matter what.
I mean, I think he should. He's on an expiring contract and not part of the future. And like again, like
the two players I think that we both agree that are going to get moved no matter what is Lane Thomas and Carlos Santana. Like,
yeah,
we both agreed like Lane Thomas needs to get moved and Carlos should get moved.
I think you guys.
I don't know what you can actually get for Lane Thomas because he's been shitty.
I think Schneeman can get you a catcher.
I don't want to trade Schneeman.
I just want to throw that out there.
To trade Schneeman
because I'm obsessed with Schneeman.
Anyways, I don't want to talk about selling until after these next 10 games. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they look like. Let's see where they're at. What if they go 8-2 and now it's like, holy shit, here we go. Let's do it. Now you're like, because like the Guardians they always do something at the deadline, whether it's big or whether it's not big. That can go back and forth, but like they are gonna do something. What that means, the repercussions and the effects of what they do, I can't wait to talk about and see. But they're gonna do something no matter what, and I think these next 10 games are gonna tell us everything that we want to see. We're gonna know exactly what's gonna happen in the next 10 games.
I agree. I'm thrilled the All-Star break is here. I don't know if you saw, but on the starters are going to be Paul Skeens and Skubal.
Sick.
It was going to be Max Fried as the starter for the AL.
Didn't he just pitch like yesterday?
Yeah, so that was a part of it. But he called Skubal and was like, "Hey, like, I think you should start in the All-Star game." And Skubal was like, "I think you should start in the All-Star game." And they had a talk. And I don't know why it was Max Fried's decision, but Max Fried made the call for Skubal to start the All-Star game.
Well, isn't it like, I think I saw something where it's like, it's Skubal's natural day to throw. Sunday is like his, like, or no, what day is it? Tuesday?
Yeah, but I think there's like a couple of them that it's like Tuesday's their day to throw.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
yeah, but I'm saying I just thought it was cool that cool that Max Fried had the call and that Max Fried decided to let Skubal pitch.
But like if Max Fried threw yesterday, he'd be pitching on the All-Star game with short rest. That would piss me off if I was the Yankees.
Well, yeah, well the manager's boon. It would just kind of be like an honorary thing.
Yeah,
and like think about where the All-Star game is at.
Where is it?
It's in Atlanta.
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be interesting. Yeah, no, I mean. Skubal Skeens, let's do it.
Skubal's throwing cool beans.
Skubal's gonna throw 102 miles an hour for about 15 pitches. It's gonna be sick.
Oh, that'd be awesome. So Matt.
The MLB All-Star game is the last All-Star game that is actually good.
Yeah,
because they just play the game. They just play the sport.
Yeah, because like all those dudes like love baseball. Like baseball's like there's no like collisions in it.
Yeah, and it's like the pitchers want to go out there and just be the most electric versions of themselves. They just air it out for like 15 pitches.
Sometimes the pitchers get up there and are assholes and just throw junk for 15 pitches to be funny. That happens occasionally, which I'm okay with. I don't care.
I think it's the All-Star game is like what is one of my favorite things ever, dude. It's
I don't know if they've been doing it already, but like I like that they did the celebrity game before All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, nobody cares about that shit.
Since no one wants to watch that shit, so I'm glad that they already did it. Like while teams were actually playing. So if you're a sicko that wanted to watch it, you could have watched it. But if you just want to watch your team play, you can watch your team play.
Yeah.
You didn't watch the Futures game. I think it was going on during the Guardians game.
I did not watch the Futures game. I heard that Parker Messick was pretty good.
The best overall player there was George Lombard Jr.
Okay.
Per Baseball America. The Guardians did the most guard ball thing ever and posted the CJ Kafis walk.
That's funny. But I heard Parker Messick was good. He had a strikeout, two strikeouts. Yeah, he was pretty good. So yeah, it's great.
I liked it. I like the Futures game.
Yeah, I mean that's real baseball too. So
yeah.
It's good. It's good. I think everybody, the fan base needs a break. I think the players need, like Jose Ramirez is gonna just. I think he's probably just gonna go back to the Dominican Republic and just like chill out.
Bro, he got hit again.
Yeah, bro. He
needs to great longtime baseball player. He's bad at getting hit with the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to just go rest.
Yeah, like I honestly, I don't even want him picking up a baseball. Like I need someone just walking around holding his hands like this.
It's Quan's an all-star. He's on the all-star team, right?
Yeah, I think he's a reserve.
Yeah, he's he'll come off the bench. I think he's the only one though.
Yeah. Well, Juan Soto didn't make the all-star game. Did you hear what he said?
No.
They said, how bummed are you about missing the all-star game? And he's like, I'm really bummed. What do you think? He said it's a lot of money being left on the table.
Oh, Christ. Buddy's making $70 million this year. Get the fuck out of here.
Bro's never beating the allegations as a greedy dude, bro. It's what is it, like a $50,000 bonus? Like, brother. Yeah, that's like me and you fighting a nickel in our laundry.
Yeah. Maybe not a nickel, maybe like $5.
No.
Yeah, I mean, although I don't know how I feel about the Miz kid getting to be an all-star after 5 starts.
They needed the Miz kid to get
I mean, here's what I am here for it because like he's electric and like this game is just about showing off the best players in baseball. But I'm sure there's somebody else that could have gone to pitch in that game that's pitched more than 5 games.
I'm Chris Drew. I love the MLB. I can't complain all offseason about the MLB not marketing their young stars and then complain about the most electric pitcher.
No, that's why like I don't know how to feel because like it's like the one hand I get what Major League Baseball is doing. On the other hand, I'm like I also understand why some players were not pleased with that.
Mm-hmm. Which I agree with, but to the players that aren't pleased with it, be more electric at a younger age, and you'll get the nod. I mean, here's the thing, Tyler. In sports, we talk about it. Like the guys that are the freaky talents, they get things that aren't afforded to the rest of us. There was always that kid that got to try out whenever he wanted, or maybe didn't have to try out for the team. He was just so good he made it.
Yeah,
you could be upset about it, but the Miz kid is out in all of baseball, in terms of just stuff, not pitching. In all of baseball, in terms of stuff, he's top 2 and probably not 2.
Yeah, he threw a 97-mile-an-hour slider the other day,
and he's 6'8", dog. And his release point is so close to the batter that they say that 97-mile-per-hour slider gets on you the same as a 100-mile-per-hour fastball.
Yeah.
So, the Miz kid. Who's your pick for the home run derby?
Jazz. No, it's not Jazz. You gotta hit some big balls at that park. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
I mean, it's gotta be Cal Raleigh, right?
No, the leader never does it, dude. They never win it.
You say that, but Judge won it.
I don't know.
It's gonna be O'Neal Cruz, bro. He's gonna hit one so hard. Or James Wood.
I'll take O'Neal Cruz. I'll take Cruz.
I mean, he had the ball this year, hit 122 miles per hour.
I just think he wants to put on a show. Like this is like his Super Bowl because he plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So he's like, this is as good as it's gonna get for me.
Yeah, literally. This is literally it. Okay, here we go. Here's some dimensions for you. Left field is 335. Left center is 412. Center's 407. Right center is 412. Right field's 430. Is 335.
412 to the gaps?
Yeah.
Dog, none of these dudes are going to hit any homers. What is going on? 412 to the gap?
412 to both gaps.
No, I need to go pitch there. Hell, I could pitch there right now.
Oh, wait. No, I'm tripping. It's 385, both gaps.
All right. So it's pretty much like it's just it's all the same.
Yeah. So 385 to left center.
You got to find the guy that wants to be there, like a bad. He wants to win bad.
Mm-hmm. Jazz might be worth a sprinkle, bro. Right field being 325.
It's got to be a lefty for sure.
I mean, he's left-handed and he wants to be there.
Yeah. We'll see. Give me Cruz just for the entertainment factor that he's going to give.
Yeah, bro. When are we going to see a kid get hurt out there?
One day.
Here we go. Oh, this is not here we go. Let me put the smile on off my face. Quinshon Judkins has a little situation going on. This is back-to-back years where the second-round pick for the Browns got in a little bit of trouble. Still waiting for more details to come out, but he was allegedly arrested on alleged domestic violence. More details have come out that have made it a little bit cloudy. Tyler and I were not there, so we don't know what happened. But this is fishy meter goes off when you hear that it happened, and then they were hanging out 5 days later, and then she made a complaint.
No, not 5 days later. Every day for 5 days.
So spent 5 days with him. So that's like my this is fishing meter goes off. I don't want to make any grandiose judgment or grandiose statements. This is just unfortunate no matter what happens next if you are a Browns fan. And obviously you hope that this isn't true, but at the same time, if it is true, you hope that there is adequate consequences. All we can do is speak on it on behalf of the Browns. And not on behalf of the Browns, and the perspective of being people who follow the Browns.
Yeah. So,
fuck, man, second round picks, dude. This has to be.
Here's my. This is going to be a little controversial. I think Andrew Berry is getting some unfair criticism.
Agree.
Because here's why. The NFL has shown us time and time again that if your talent outweighs the problems that you cause in your personal life and your reputation, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Their job, Andrew Berry's job, is to build a roster that can win football games. It's not his job to hope and manage these guys' personal life. They're professional athletes now. They're part of the workforce, essentially. Yeah. And so it's not his Quinshon Judkins was a model citizen at Ohio State.
I was gonna say this show I think has a rare perspective because I am very, very tied into the Ohio State program.
And now supposedly there was some issues that he had at Ole Miss. I'm not going to speak on that because I don't know.
I mean, I'll speak on kind of what I heard, I guess, around the whole Quinshon Judkins thing. Because we know Ohio State doesn't like to take guys that have character issues ever since Ryan Day got there. For starters. The Ole Miss stuff that I heard was very, very frustrated about play calling because it was not leading to winning. Because Quinshon Judkins got there as a freshman, ran for 1,500 yards, had 1,000 yards the next year. And there were moments where he wanted to win so bad that sometimes it bled over a little bit toxic and was when things weren't going his way, I need y'all to F and block, to the offensive line. And that, I guess, created some tension because he was a guy that felt like he was the star of the team. That is something that you're okay with your receivers and running backs having because you want them to be alphas, right? I don't care if my running back's leader or not. You should want the ball. You should want guys to block for you. You should want to be hyper productive. I like that. He got to Ohio State, split carries, and was fine because they were winning games, right?
Correct.
No issues at all. So it is not Andrew Berry's job to crystal ball the future. And everything I heard as someone who's really tight end and knew a good amount, there was no issues at all at Ohio State.
So here's my point though is this is if the NFL doesn't care about behavioral issues, then why the hell should Andrew Berry?
And he can't tell the future anyway.
He can't tell the future. Like if the NFL was so worried about players' behavior, why is Deshaun Watson why was he even allowed to get a contract? Why were any of these guys that have ever gotten in trouble even allowed to be in the NFL? I mean, the NFL has shown you that it doesn't matter if you're good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so it shouldn't matter to Andrew Berry because his employer doesn't care either. The guy that employs Andrew Berry, he doesn't care.
Would you consider Tyreek Hill one of the faces of the NFL?
I mean, he's definitely one of the most popular players in the NFL.
Do you know where he started his college career?
Wasn't he his SEC program?
He was at Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
He got kicked out of Oklahoma State for beating up his girlfriend that was pregnant. He admitted to doing so. Thrown out of school. You know where he committed first?
No.
He committed to Akron. He committed to Akron, and then people looked into it, and then all of a sudden he was no longer committed to Akron because it's like, wait a second. This is a wild report.
And that's Akron.
Yeah, and Akron was like, nah, we think we're good. And so then he ended up down south and then got drafted. And it's like, okay, like we see Tyreek Hill all the time. Again, like admitting to beating up his pregnant girlfriend.
And that's the thing too, is like, and then you get fans that are like, Andrew Berry needs to do a better job, blah, 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 blah. But like all y'all people still watch. You still watch on Sunday. You still go to the game.
Not that we're condoning this. It's just like it's not the GM's.
But here's the thing too, is like as a parent, like I don't, not as an individual, I've never looked for my moral compass and moral role models from professional athletes or entertainers. I just, for one, let's start there. So if you can't separate what entertainment is to like real life, like, because that's what sports are, they're entertainment. And so like Andrew Berry's job is to put a roster, and that's what he's trying to do. And it's not his job to worry about that at the end of the day. And so that's part one of what I think. Part two is like, I didn't say anything about Quinshon because we don't know the full story and we're getting more details. Like you said it, the fishy meter is like, why'd she hang out with? If it was so bad, then why'd she hang out with him for 5 more days after it happened?
Yeah, and it's unfair, but it's like, what's going on here?
What is this actually? Is it actually domestic abuse, or is it, whatever, delayed, whatever? Like, is he gonna go to jail? No, he's not going to. After what I read today, I don't think he's gonna go to jail. Is he gonna get suspended for a game or two? Probably. Which, darn, I don't like that, but like,
it's a hard thing to talk about. Like, it's like it's awful if it happened. And
do I as a Browns fan, do I want my players like being up their girlfriends or doing bad shit? Like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
Not just a Browns fan, just as a person in life, you just don't want anybody to beat up.
I don't want that to happen to anywhere. But like, I'm also like understanding, like, you know what? This is the NFL has had this. This is I think this is the NFL. This is what it's always been.
Yeah, at the same time, though, if he did, I'd be cool if he wasn't on the team. Like,
yeah, if it was as bad as everybody's, like, at first it was like Ray Rice 2.0.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, he shoved her and then she got mad. And
yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's just adding to what is going to be a really dramatic, like, couple months with the Cleveland Browns.
Correct. And like, listen, I'm the first one. I said last week on the last show that Andrew Berry's probably going to get fired because I don't want him to make these picks with his next.
This is being
but
used
I'm also
as a reason.
Like objectively saying, like, how the fuck is it Andrew Berry's fault?
Yeah, definitely not Andrew Berry's fault. If anything, it's Quinshon's fault or her fault.
And also like Mike Hall Jr. Like, I don't know, man. Don't do that.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Like, go talk to somebody. Stop having such anger management. It's just, to me, it's just like, you can't, they're grown men.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you went and applied for a job, Like, do they know everything about you when you interview for a job?
No. Nope.
Dude, I just like, I'm not trying to poo-poo it, but like, he's gonna get suspended, and then he's gonna sit out the first 2 games, and then we're all gonna watch, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, when Quinshon Judkins scores 2 touchdowns against the Pittsburgh Steelers, everyone's gonna be like, hell yeah, go on, Quinshon, great job.
Yeah, I just don't think it's an indictment on Andrew Berry. There's plenty of issues with him as the GM. This isn't one that I have.
You want to judge Quinshon Judkins? Absolutely, by all means. But like,
yeah, I'm not judging.
I'm not blaming Andrew Berry on the behavior of a grown adult.
Mm-hmm. There we go. I think you talked about that excellently. This is your first real controversial thing you've had to talk about, or like tough topic you had to talk about.
Yeah, I just like, I just be objective. Like, take a breath and like think about it objectively and understand like reality.
Yeah, and instead of like blaming Andrew Berry, talk to your sons about how they can be the best young men they can be as they get older. Is my
be like, yeah, we can all cheer on Quinshon Judkins, but like, also like, don't let me hear you say Quinshon Judkins is your hero. Like, I don't.
Mm-hmm. Super simple. Simple. The Cavs reached out to LeBron. You and I talked about it. The only realistic way that LeBron ends up in Cleveland is if it's a buyout, but I still don't think he'll take the veteran minimum.
Dude, the more you start to see some things, it makes you think that the buyout is more of a possibility than it was before.
Dude, LeBron's got you. This is what he wants.
I don't think LeBron's coming to Cleveland because I don't think he's coming to play anywhere for the vet minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he does get bought out, he's going to go play in New York, or he's going to go play in Dallas. He's a Maverick or a Knick.
Dallas would be so funny, bro. I know Luka would be so mad.
But I do like. I think the Lakers want to move on from him more than he wants to leave the Lakers.
I think they're tired of being embarrassed.
Oh yeah, and he's embarrassing the shit out of them.
The shit out of him, and bro. For the first time, also he looks old.
Yeah, he does.
But separately, I think you're right. I think the Lakers are sick of being embarrassed.
Jeannie Buss is a very proud individual. I think
they have new ownership right now too.
Well, it's still Jeannie Buss, like
and Rob Pelinka.
Rob Pelinka. What I want to say about Rob Pelinka, I'm not going to say on this network.
Yeah,
but I think she's tired of being. I think, like, listen, LeBron holds your franchise to a very high standard. Has always done that, and if you don't like that, you can. And that's not you don't like it. You can get tired of that quickly. That can get old. It can rub you the wrong way after a certain period of time. So I get it. I understand. I do wonder. I'm not saying like I said the buyout was like a 5% chance of happening. I think the buyout is now a 20% chance, which is still not great odds.
It's hard. I think that since it's a 1 year, it's a little bit less difficult, but it'll be a real stretch out.
Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. Like, I think. I mean, You think he has me right where he wants me, but I'm still saying it's 20% chance.
Yeah, no,
80% chance. There's an 80% chance in my mind that he plays for the Lakers next year.
He does a good job of like staying in the headlines while also pretending like he doesn't want the headlines. I mean, at the summer league, he was there and they asked him to join the broadcast booth, and he was like, "I ain't got nothing to talk about, man." So no, what you mean? I'm just here to watch ball. I ain't got nothing to say. It's like, Bron, come on.
Yeah,
I'm hip to how you get down, Bron.
Yeah, but you're right. Though. He does look old.
Really old, bro. I was looking at him like, damn.
I'm telling you, him and Savannah need to go and hide for like a month.
Can't do it. You can't do it while Diddy's out. You just can't, bro. He's already fighting the Diddy allegations, bro. You can't hide. Be seen. I'm just saying you got to be seen, dude. But
yes.
Do you have a hear me out for today, big dog?
No Buckeyes. You good?
I think I'm good for now. I mean, I feel like if we talked, it would just be like rehashing the Larry Johnson thing, because that's all that's happening is Larry Johnson's missing on recruits, and I don't really want to rehash it right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jeremiah Smith. I mean, Jeremiah Smith did have the quote. He said, "We're gonna." I mean, a lot of people doubting us. We're gonna surprise a lot of people with this offense. Is basically telling us this offense is gonna be real, and the Joy and Sands real deal. So,
I mean, are people really doubting Ohio State? I'm just gonna
no, but I like that the best player is saying that, because that means we're taking a page out of Kirby Smart's book. Remember they won the Natty, and this big buster got in front of the camera, grabbed the mic, and said, "They said we will go 5-7."
Nobody ever said that.
My brother in Christ, your Vegas win total was 10.5.
Oh,
So hey, I hope they're printing up fake magazines in there.
well, there is something that they have to. I did see a poll, and it said, "Would you rather? Which one do you want? Would you rather have? Which one do you want to happen more? Acknowledging we want both of these things to happen. Or which one do you mean more to you? Is beat Michigan or win the national championship again?
Beating Michigan.
I said the same thing.
I can't have Jeremiah Smith leave Columbus with a losing record against Michigan. I just simply cannot have it. I think we should start a poll and put a poll out there today. What game would you rather win if you had to pick one, Penn State or Texas?
I think I would rather beat Penn State.
I would rather beat Texas.
You want to know why?
Yeah, you give your why, then I'll give mine.
I don't have to see Texas all the time. I need to remind Penn State and James Franklin that even at your very best, the best it'll ever be, you still can't beat me.
That's fair.
I need to let them know. I need Penn State to know that no matter what happens, no matter how good you think you have it, you still can't beat us.
Yeah, on your best day, you can't beat me.
Nope. I need them to know that. I need James Franklin to know that.
My thing is, we're the best conference in the sport. A team that might not win our conference just beat your top dog. So Paul Feinbaum, have this. That's my
I mean, you have a serious
disdain
for the SEC, which I get. I just know that my thing is I don't have to deal with them all the time.
Yeah. And I guess if there was ever going to be a year where I'd be okay with Penn State beating Ohio State, it's this year, because I don't hate Penn State right now.
No, I always hate Penn State.
Look, I spent Saturday.
I would say actually my top 5 hate teams in order is Michigan, Notre Dame,
Okay.
Clemson,
Okay.
Penn State, and then probably Alabama.
I don't hate Alabama. I actually like Alabama.
I think it's more of I just got tired of them.
That's fair. I hate
and
Miami
beating Alabama, that 2015 Sugar Bowl is a top 5 win in my lifetime.
That's real. I hate. All right, I just strongly dislike Michigan. I strongly dislike Miami.
Ooh. Yeah, that's 5th for me. Miami's 5th.
Yeah, I dislike Miami more than I dislike Alabama.
We had the TV on in the background today, and the 30 for 30 U part 2 came up, and it was right in the part where Ohio State beat Miami, and I just loved it. Yeah. Actually, I think I can make the argument that Miami is probably 4th.
They're number 2. They're number 2 or 3 for me.
Yeah.
I go Michigan.
I can't stand Notre Dame.
Michigan, Clemson, Miami. I don't have a disdain for Notre Dame.
I hate their fans.
That's fair. I dislike their fans. But I think it's tricky for me because I like Marcus.
That's fine. I can't get behind
with Brian Kelly was there. I hated him. I
can't get behind the pompousness and if we had, our school is so good and academically and blah. If we didn't have academic standards, we would be just as good as nobody put that on you.
Well, I blame
your own. That's a you problem, brother, not me.
Yeah, That is a you problem. But I blame Brian Kelly for that because he was saying that on his way out. And then Marcus Freeman said, no, fuck all that. Like, let's get it going. And so for me, like, I think because they don't really do that anymore. Like, that's not an excuse anymore.
Yeah, I just like I can't do it.
Yeah. Does the Jim Knowles revenge element play a role into why you'd want Penn State more than you'd want Texas? No? Okay.
I don't care, dude. I just like the whole thing with Jim Knowles and like a bunch of old dudes just being petty is just not interesting to me at all.
I love old petty dudes, man. It's fun. But I spent Saturday listening to Drew Aller speaking with Drew Aller, and I love that kid, man. I'm sorry. They'll never get me to say bad things about that kid. I love that kid. And that kid's going to win me a steak dinner too. For those who don't know, Tyler and I bet would Drew Aller be a
2 years ago.
Hey, I set you up and you took the bait. Hook, line, sinker. Bet would he be a first rounder or not? And you know what's crazy? He would have been a first rounder this year if he went out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to who?
I knew I was cooked when I saw Anthony Richardson go in the first round. I was like, oh, I'm cooked.
Bro, Andrew Berry and Tommy Reese would have drafted him in the first round this year. 100%.
They would not have traded a number 2 pick. They would have taken him right then and there.
And when he was talking, one of the things he said was that like him and Tommy had a really strong relationship dating back to his high school days because Tommy and Notre Dame were recruiting him so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that like one of the things that was important to him was that he didn't burn that bridge because there was a strong chance that he could have been a Cleveland Brown this last year if he would have went.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Tommy still have had a good relationship. For
the benefit of Drew Aller, he needs to not be a Cleveland Brown.
The
last thing that you need is to be from Cleveland, play for Cleveland, and then be bad because the franchise sucks. Because then you don't even want to live in your hometown.
Right. That's true.
So I have, it's sort of a hear me out. It's more of like it's not a hot take because I think a lot of people feel like this, but it needs attention.
Okay.
So that's why I'm going to say hear me out. My wife was like, well, it's not a hot take. I said, it's not a hot take. It's more like it's a safe space to complain is what hear me out really is. Because that's what I feel like hear me out is. Hear me out.
It's therapy.
It's becoming a safe space to complain. And sometimes we judge each other on the things we complain about. And
I judge all the time. Big judger.
Coffee companies, coffee shops, they need to be for real. Stop putting so much fucking ice in an iced coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Stop doing that. What am I paying for?
There'd be a lot of ice in that shit, man.
Way too much ice. Come on, man.
Way too much. No, that's real, dude. And honestly, that's the number one reason I don't order iced coffee. I won't ever do it. Because you're getting a small, and then if you don't drink it like you have, like you just got out of the desert, you get watery coffee.
Yeah. And it's just like, why? Just don't do that.
Yeah.
Like I drink it and like you take like 2 like slugs, I would say bigger than sips, and it's like, well, this shit's almost gone already.
Mm-hmm.
Stop doing that. Why you got to do that?
Yeah, that is a big scam, dude. I had iced chai the other day. It was ass. It was just so watery by the time I finished.
The problem is I can't have hot coffee when you wake up and it's 87 degrees outside. It's 7:30 in the morning.
See,
I'm not drinking hot coffee.
No, I thug it out, dude. I'll drink a hot coffee. I drink hot coffee.
I'm not drinking hot coffee above 65 degrees.
The thing is, you don't drink hot coffee for the enjoyment. Maybe that's why. Hear me out. No one actually likes coffee. Like people are just addicted to caffeine. So it's like you're doing it.
I don't know if that's true, man.
Bro, people do not like coffee, bro. That shit is ass, dude.
Are we talking about like straight black coffee?
Yes.
Not like.
What do you get in your iced coffee? Because my hot take is no one actually likes coffee because people that like coffee, what do they try to do to the coffee? They try to make it taste less like coffee.
I mean, I guess that's true if you think about it that way. I just get like the vanilla cream cold coffee.
Yeah, and you get the vanilla cream cold coffee not because you like coffee, but because you like the effects of coffee and you want it to taste not like coffee. So you add this other stuff to it to make it drinkable so you can get the effects of coffee. People don't actually like coffee. And people that drink black coffee like myself, we just hate ourselves and just decided, you know what? Instead of me elongating this process and drinking, some coffee flavored milk, I'm just going to go coffee it up, get a water afterwards, and I'll get the effects and I'll just fly through it. It's like taking your medicine in the morning. People don't actually like that shit, dude.
How long have you been thinking about this?
Way too long, man.
I mean, you make a good argument.
Like people that like coffee, their coffee doesn't taste like coffee.
But like there are people that drink black coffee and they like it. I've seen
I've been around those people. I've seen
they're
those people.
old. They're usually old.
Dog, Jeff Kinsbach, not to name names, Jeff Kinsbach from Jeff and Flash in the morning, WMMS, like top morning show. Every morning, it was black coffee. I saw the look on this motherfucker's face when he took a sip. He did not like it, but he did it because it was important. And so guess what I started doing, Tyler? That was my big homie. Love Jeff to this day. I started drinking black coffee and I was making the same face he. And look, people come to me like, you like your coffee like that? And you know what I would say? I'm a man. I have hair on my chest. I like my coffee like that. I would go look in the mirror. I hated it. I hated every last sip, but I did it and I lied to people and I'm done lying because I want to see y'all be better.
Yeah, man. Sure. I hear you.
Chris. That's Tyler.
Peace.